Hello. We haven't seen each other for like what, 5 minutes, probably. I see there was already some discussion in the chat. Ghosty said that his prediction is Rune in three in a crazy scoreline. If you want me to be bold, my prediction is Rune in two. If you want me to be less bold, my prediction is Rune in three. And if you want me to be serious, my prediction is I have no idea who's gonna win this match. But no, Rune is probably a slight favorite for me. I know that's not what the boogies say and etc. I don't really get why Sinner is that much of a favorite, but we'll see. Who the hell knows? I think even though both his opponents were in different ways depleted, let's say, in the past two matches that he played. I'm talking about Team and Medvedev. Medvedev because he was tired, and Team because, well, it's not the 2019, 2020, let's say, version of Dominic Thiem. Even though both of his opponents were kind of depleted, I still think that, well, Holger played some excellent tennis in both matches, so I'm not really sure why Sinner should be that much of a favorite. Matthew says he missed the rest of the Rublev versus Fritz match. Frankly, you didn't miss much. 3 games, lots more wind, so probably this is going to be a factor here as well. And when it comes to just what was shown, not much. One break from, 4 games. He missed 4 games. Very quick break from Rublev, and Fritz, I guess, couldn't really kickstart himself again after the break. Perhaps it was due to the wind. Rublev continuing with his game plan from the second set of just stepping more forward into the court, trying even harder to find that first forehand, rather than Fritz having it. And just not much that you missed, but certainly quite entertaining and a good story for Rublev to get another one of these finals. And perhaps we're gonna see him clinch the title. Who knows? I see that they've already started, and I still haven't put on my stream, but I should be able to do that in a second. Rune won the first point on the Sinner serve. Yeah, I'm slow. Not mentally though today, just with my stream turning on duties. Let's say that. Where is the stream? Where is Monte Carlo? Hmm. Yeah, I still have. I still don't have it. It's 15-0 anyway, and in the Sinner service game. Hopefully, not much is gonna happen before I before I finally manage to find the stream for myself. Okay, let me do something else then. Yeah, when it comes to just the outlook for this one, we already talked at the ending of that Rublev versus Fritz match that theoretically it should be theoretically you could kind of argue that Sinner is the better opponent for Rublev, I think. But in terms of like their actual level, both seem kind of evenly matched. So we'll see. Of course, Sinner has been in much better form this year. Just the question of whether this will translate to, well, maybe whether Rune is really playing as well as is he going to play as well as he did in the previous two matches? Because, well, the start to the year certainly hasn't been as hot for him as it was for Sinner. Of course, he's 2 years behind him as well in the age, so it's nothing really scary for the Dane. But well, he certainly hasn't had as good a start as Sinner. Let's just finish that that thought there. And Sinner at the net with a pretty good volley. to clinch the 30-15 point, and then a good serve to go 40-15 up. This stream is of mine is a little delayed, but once I'm able to find the one which is not, we will be using that one. But for now, I'm gonna have to use this one with a little delay. Um, and anyway, Sinner has clinched the opening game. Yeah, we'll see how Rune handles his opener as well. When it comes to, of course, the serving, it's never been one of their for neither of them. It's been one of their best qualities, but they've improved it so much, and with this sort of track of progress that both guys are showing us, it's fair to just assume that it's gonna keep improving. Like every single thing about their game, basically has been. I saw a graph from Tennis Channel today, which was kind of hilarious, where they, I think it was Chris Eubanks presenting, and they showed some sort of, a couple of things that Rune has improved in 2023, and one of them was the speed on the second serve. I don't know, maybe. And the other one was his diet, that he eats less pizza and ice cream. Uh, well, perhaps he said something like that in an interview, because I don't think I don't think they came up with it themselves. But yeah, I don't think they came up with it themselves. But it was still pretty hilarious to see this sort of a thing on Tennis Channel. Rune is anyway 30 love up in this first game. Wow, he tried to take this so early. I wonder if maybe the wind could be more dangerous to one of these guys than the other. Kind of hard to say. Neither of them is like a big topspin player, so I would say maybe it's more or less equal. Um, oh, I think, yeah, I already have the. Oh, but this stream is actually more behind. Because it's from Tennis Channel, which is always very behind, and this one's from Tennis TV. Anyway, okay, so I guess we'll watch the one which has just a moderate delay as Rune prepares to serve for 40-15. That's where I'm at. And Sinner sends out a backhand long to go 1-all, to allow Holger to get to 1-all. After 6 minutes, nothing really happening in these games. Both guys, of course, hitting just as big as they are going to probably the whole match. I wonder if maybe this is going to change in some way, given the fact that that there is so windy, that the wind is so huge in Monte Carlo today. At least not at least after the resumption of the previous match, because earlier it wasn't really that huge. So yeah, Sinner finds the line there. Both are going to take the ball super early, and I think we already see this 100%. Well, that was interesting as well. Maybe Sinner wasn't able to prepare for that That's sway of the wind as well, because I'm not really sure what he was trying to do with that return from Holger. But anyway, we're at 15 all. Yeah, Sinner is spreading the court nicely in this one, but Rune has been able to get to everything. Great squash shot here, and Sinner doesn't handle the half volley. This is maybe more or less what well, at the end of the previous stream, we were talking with Ghosty a little bit, where he said that well, Sinner doesn't have a drop shot, and he also usually isn't that comfortable at the net, which I think could be a bit of an issue here. Have you been to Brooklyn? No, I've never been to the US either. I've never been to any English speaking country, though that would certainly be a fun experience and something different than going to all these countries where you don't know a word of the language. Anyway, Rune had a bit of an opportunity with that 15-30 points, tried to go for a big backhand winner down the line, backhand return down the line, and just missed it. The people shoot up elementary schools in Kaliningrad. I doubt it. I think it was like about gangs, like the Russian mafia. That why it's considered dangerous. But I don't think they shoot up schools now. I think though, if you got there as a tourist, you could probably get robbed or something, or like bribe. You would have to bribe someone. I don't know. Probably not worth going to, especially as right now we're not gonna get any well any Russian tennis events, right? At least not for a while until the war is over. So maybe if there was a tennis event in Russia, I'd consider it. Anyway, Sinner has a game point at 40-30, but this return from Holger is very good, and he takes just a couple of huge forehands to get it to 40 all. This is already looking, frankly, a lot better than the other semi. I mean, they're just both so dynamic, and I guess maybe this is just the brand of tennis that I like to watch. You know, it's taking everything so early, huge ball striking, very crisp as well from both, of course, and maybe that's why it's looking much better. And despite the wind as well, which is quite impressive that they're able to strike the ball this way. Maybe they're just hitting through the wind, but Ghosty said it was only a passing one, so maybe maybe it's already passed. And Sinner plays a nice combination to force an error to have to get a game point into 1-all game. Certainly, it feels like he is the one who needs to be in control of the point more so than Rune. He's probably the weaker defender. We kind of saw it already in this game, I think. Whenever Rune had the advantage, he would drive it to the end. With Sinner, it's not necessarily the case. Just because, yeah, the Dane covers the court better. But of course, Sinner will try his best not to ever be defending here, I think. And so far, especially, of course, on his serve, he's doing just that. Another huge blow, and he ends up going to the net and finishing off the routine volley for 2-1 up. Exciting matchup for sure. As I said, no scoreboard on screen. Yes, John is going to do that. I think. I mean, he asked me if I know how to do this, and I said I don't. And he said, just do your thing. So maybe he's gonna be here in some time to set it up. I wish I wish he came, because frankly, yeah, I just don't know how to do that. I could put the score on the screen, like like as a banner. I can do that, but I'm not sure Yeah, maybe I can do that and exchange and change it from time to time. But otherwise, I think we're gonna be stuck with no scoreboard unless John comes. Sorry. Yeah, and I also wanted to say something. Oh, we've got Sinner Rune. Yeah, Sinner and Rune are, of course, playing each other for the second time. That's what I wanted to mention. They played in Sofia last year, indoor hardcourt, semi-final of an ATP 250. So in that semi-final, Sinner fell at 2-3 down, and in the third set, and then started moving like very cautiously. Simply slipped and twisted his ankle or something like that. Moved with caution, let's say. It was just impossible for him to win from there. He played 2 games and then retired. So they haven't had a proper meeting, I guess, in that sense, but it was very proper until the middle of the third set. Does this mean anything for the event? Well, for this match, maybe just the fact that Rune was able to keep up with him in Sofia, which was well, Sinner's kingdom. In 2020 he won it. In 2021 he won it, and by the time he played Rune, he was already on like how long was it? It was, I think, an 11 match win streak or something like this by the time he played Rune. So in that sense, maybe that's actually something that Rune can take some confidence from. But I think it's very much a blank page. How this matchup will go. Sinner is crazy. He just had a, I mean, he just had a very routine forehand winner to play, and he just blasts it 170 kilometers an hour. Yeah, why not, right? I mean, you could probably do that without any pace on it, even like just wait a little bit more, and yet he just blasted 170 kilometers. But well, it gives him the point, and Rune now cannot really convert from this attacking position. Uh, Sinner allows Sinner to get back into the rally and eventually goes for too much on the forehand, so it's fairly love. And he was kind of playing with fire here in this rally because even before he missed that shot, there were already a couple of balls that he easily could have sent long, but just clipped the line or something like that. This serve is in though, so Rune gets a point on the board. Sigh of relief, and definitely I can understand that because, well, at love 30, this sort of 3 point comes in very handy. I do have to say, though, that Sinner has started this match a lot better than Rune, it seems. Just hitting so violently off the ground, and it's been quite hard for Holger to keep up, and he just doesn't with another shot. It's 15-40 now, as he just couldn't really handle this. This sort of pace coming at his backhand. But another good serve gives him the 30-40 points. So one more breakpoint to save still. This time they're in a longer rally, and Rune eventually forces out an error from Sinner. Certainly hasn't found it so easy. I mean, as easy as the Italian to try to hit through the courts so far. He kind of needs to, hit 10 shots to end the point, and that's not because Sinner is defending like incredibly well, but that's just the reality of it. He hasn't really been able to dominate points easily yet. We'll see if he gets to that, but I guess that's that's more his game rather than that's just the nature of his game as well. He was getting very swiftly to the net in the latter in his last two matches against Team and Medvedev, but also we haven't really seen that from him yet. And he just overhits another forehand, just trying to be more aggressive than his ground strokes so far have allowed him for. And it's ending with errors. It's ending with him just pressing too much. So third break point for Rune, for Sinner on the Rune serve. Barely misses that delivery now, and he might be in trouble on the second serve. Yeah, and I mean, maybe it was Sinner stepping into the court, giving him more pressure, but it's just a double fault from the 19-year-old. I think still 19-year-old, right? I mean, he's gonna turn 20 fairly soon, I think, but for now he's still 19, I think. Yeah. In fact, in 14 days, Holger Rune is gonna turn 20, but for now we can still call him 19. So 3-1 up for Sinner, and I mean, it's deserved. He definitely started this much better than his opponent, than his similarly young and similarly impressive opponent. Again, spreading the court pretty well. Lots more topspin on that forehand to the Rune forehand corner, and I think the Dane didn't find himself in the right position to respond to that. So 15 love up for Sinner. So far, just very, very cleanly winning this one. Oh, Jesus. That's another 170 forehand, I think. Probably not as huge as that one because he was hitting it off the ground, but still. Just a huge strike that lands on the line. Been a pretty absurd match from Sinner so far, I have to say. 162 kilometers, yeah, so not far off. He was, of course, match point down in the third round against Hubert Hurkacz, which kind of makes what he's doing so far even more crazy. But well, that's what it was. 40 love up now, Sinner, and yeah, just running away with it so far. But maybe it's not the same. Sinner's forehand power is something else, man. Love it. Yeah, so far he's just absolutely crushing the ball on that wing, and looks like even when he's going for a simple winner for a routine shot, he's still going at it fully. And yeah, it's been fun for sure. Haven't always been like most entertained, frankly, by Sinner's game, but it's getting there. It's getting there. That's a better point from Rune though. Maybe he's not gonna win this game, but he could give himself some confidence for the next one. Because well, he approached the Sinner forehand, played a decent volley, but in this sort of cat and mouse play, Sinner just doesn't really belong yet, I would say, and yeah, he just didn't give Holger anything back. Sorry, I got distracted, but Sinner anyway lost one more point. So maybe out of nowhere, maybe Rune still has some sort of a chance in this game. It was a double fault. Okay, they showed it on the screen for me, who had to respond to a message at the same time. Anyway, big serve from Sinner gets him the game. Rune mishits the return. Yeah, and as we said so far, it's just been a bit of a demolition, if you even wanna call it. So far, he's been much better than Rune. Great start, but of course, we'll see if that continues. I remember watching. Yeah, yeah, definitely. The Indian Wells final. Sinner was not in the Indian Wells final, uh, so I don't know. If it was Miami, then the court was really fast. But in that Miami final, he looked kind of underpowered, to be honest with you, against Medvedev. I guess when someone like can really shrink the court like the Russian can, sometimes it can still happen. What's with the woman in the crowd? Yeah, she's dancing. That's how dancing looks. At least last time I checked, that's at least how my dancing looked. Let me check the score. Let me change the score line then, because yeah, that's for now. That's all we can get. I'll be just updating the score line this way. Sorry, but I don't know how to put on the scores like John does, and apparently he doesn't care. Maybe when he blocked his dad, there was some sort of an argument, and now he has to attend to it. Anyway, Rune played that one nice point in that previous game. Maybe it can give him some confidence, and kinda does, because well, he gets to the net and he plays a sensational volley through it with the forehand, and yeah, that's the sort of points that you would expect him to play a bit more in this match for sure, at least so far. 50-0 now on the Rune serve. He really needs a quicker game, just a few good points like the one he played in the opening. Like the one in the opening point of this game. He really needs it right now if he wants to stay sort of relevant in this set, if you may. Sinner calls on Carlos Bernardes to point out that the Rune serve was out, and looks like Sinner was right, or at least Carlos Bernardes was also wrong now, but it was out. Second serve, oh, and that second serve is like an hour away from making it in. Not looking too hot for now, Rune, and we'll see if this first set gets kind of ugly with him going down maybe double break, but because there's the risk of that right now. He cannot really take control of the rally as well as Sinner has been doing it so far. And now he falls behind another two breakpoints, and yeah, so far so good for the Italian 100%. And another forehand error from Rune. Yeah, just not really able to clinch the points as swiftly as you would expect from him. And it is very quickly not looking too great for the Dane. The first set has escaped him very quickly. That's for sure. And of course he might still break Sinner here, but he's still 5-1 down. Yeah, serving for the set, Sinner, after what? After like what, 20 minutes? How long it's been? 28? I guess a bit longer, but certainly a very lopsided match so far. Much more lopsided than the second set that we saw in Rublev Fritz, even though the scoreline is probably going to be very similar. Oh, John got the scoreline up. Thank you, John. I might change the banner there to whatever, something. I will think about this in a second. But now I'm going to watch this rally, which seems very exciting. Yeah, just rallying down the middle. This one, Rune is easily absorbing the pace, so maybe the key is to get him on the move so far. I don't know. I'll change it to subscribe so we can get to 2,000. I don't know how close the channel is, but that was simply in the well, that was simply in the sort of banner selection for me. So I'd rather not write one. I'd rather cheat and just take one rather than write it myself. Yeah, another good serve from Sinner, and Rune sends the forehand return long. Okay, I seem to have I think I found a more up-to-date stream finally. So we've got 40-15 Sinner, 2 set points. Rune was arguing with Carlos Bernardes about something, or maybe arguing is a stretch. Maybe he was just, well, talking, speaking to him. (40-15 Sinner, and he's gonna try to clinch the set in just over 30 minutes. Huge one, huge serve again, and yeah, that's another one of these forehands where he just has a routine shot and just goes 200 kilometers at it. But I guess that's the magic of it. And yeah, 6-1, 31 minutes. Certainly not how we would expect it so far. Banner suggestion: Italian Catholic pizza for another teenager. Wow. Anyway, 31 minutes, 6-1. That's your prediction already ghosty failing. That's my prediction, maybe due to fail. And well, but honestly, Sinner has been kind of astonishing, and I think that's more or less. I think that's more or less why also Rune is not really able to take advantage of anything because, well, Sinner hasn't given him anything basically. So, well, 6-1, 86% of first serve points won for Sinner. Despite a high percentage of first serves in, Rune is not really doing that much on them. So much power on both the Sinner and backhand forehand compared to Rune as well. And you can really see that in how easily they just take control of the point. Yeah, kind of surprising, frankly, that it's been this lopsided. I mean, maybe we'll see some change. Maybe we'll see some options, right? Maybe we'll see some change up in this. Yeah, and it looks like we're gonna be back. Of course, Holger Rune is gonna start the second set. After Sinner began the first one, and we'll see how he responds to this. Perhaps the fact that he serves first is gonna be helpful, because he just really needs a few shorter, easier games for himself right now. Because so far, nothing has been easy for the 19-year-old in this match. He has also just committed a double fault, to give him to get off to an even worse start. We can also see that it's raining, so maybe that can help Holger Rune, frankly, because at this point I'm not sure what will. But yeah, it is raining a bit, but it's also sunny. So perhaps there's going to be a beautiful rainbow in Monte Carlo very soon. But yeah, maybe if Rune can just get, I don't know, two free easier service holds here, maybe he can somehow think of a comeback here. Um, yeah. Oh, that's a terrible bounce. No way that Sinner was gonna get this. I mean, it wasn't gettable for anyone with this sort of sudden change in the ball's motion. But the thing about this rally, though, was that again, Rune wasn't really like he did something with the plus on forehand, and then it just didn't really give him anything like that he could grasp, let's say. And again, he overhits another forehand, and that's really been the story of the match. He cannot push him. He cannot put any pressure on Sinner, and with the way that Sinner is striking the ball, it's just been extremely hard to do something in this case for him. Let's see how he handles that 30-all point, because this could, a break here could even end the match, right? Like more or less, the way Sinner and Rune are playing so far. But he gets that point, as Sinner sends a backhand wide. Another, well, there's a chance for Rune to secure a game. Is that out, or is that? I guess that was out then, but okay, I wouldn't have said that from the broadcast. But this is a very risky second serve, and it gives him an easy +1 winner. I'm pretty sure he was delighted to see that, because it feels like it's been ages since he was able to, find this sort of an easy point. Finally, he does, and gets a game on the board, and that's really so important for him right now. Yeah, just by how they've been looking so far, it still doesn't feel like this will turn the match around. But of course, it doesn't have to be like this, right? Maybe Rune will actually, just improve with this. There's that insides forehand quality ratio, which they've also been showing, and yeah, on Sinner's side it's 8.8 out of 10, I suppose, and on Rune's 6.3. Hard to sort of place this, these still fairly new stats in any context, but certainly you can feel this that Rune is just not getting that much out of his shots in this so far, especially compared to how just brutal Sinner has been, because he has been absolutely brutal. He has been scary, he has been brutal. But there's a mishit forehand, and it's 15-all in the Sinner game now, so maybe someone from the crowd, I think maybe he was trying to take the ball, but someone yelled at him or something. But there's that mishit forehand from Sinner, even on replay. Honestly, probably caused also by the depth of the return from Rune. And maybe the Dane can start thinking of building something up here, especially as there's a second serve now. But still, Sinner takes advantage so easily after these kickers. But now he sends a forehand wide. So a couple of forehand, probably both unforced errors from the Italian. And there's that rainbow I was talking about. You see, I'm also good at weather forecasting. Um, that's probably like 5-year-old kids know that if there's rain and the sun, there's gonna be a rainbow. But anyway, Sinner now about to serve, and it's an important point, and I think he sends another ball long. It was a pretty short return from Rune, and that that lack of depth surprised him, it seems. And yeah, 3 consecutive forehand errors from Sinner, and suddenly we have 2 breakpoints Rune, which yeah, really has been a very sudden turnaround in this one. Second serve return again. It's very short. The depth on these second serve returns from Rune just isn't really there, and Sinner capitalizes on this fully. I don't know how much control he had over that last forehand. Frankly, sorry, that last volley. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a little, yeah, just maybe a little bit wild. But who cares? He got the point. The effect is more important. And another breakpoint for Rune, but he might not get a Sinner second serve again, so maybe he has already wasted that. But no, he's actually going to have another second serve return to try to look at. This time the depth is a little better, but in general his shots just are falling very short over the net. And as much as I remember saying that in one instance it surprised Sinner and actually led to an error, uh, most of the time this is not a good thing. Most of the time it's just allowing Sinner to very quickly overwhelm him, and that's certainly what it was like in this point as well. So it's deuce now. Another second serve from Sinner. So even more sort of a chance for Rune to look for the break here, because there's just been no second. There's just been no first serves. But if the second serve is as good as this one was, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, but now we have Exhibit A, or rather Exhibit Z, on why Sinner is uncomfortable at the net. I mean, yeah, he just completely set up the point for himself. Fantastic second serve, deep forehand, and misses a volley that should be routine for even like myself. And yeah, that's also why I was saying that I'm not sure if that previous one that landed very close to the line had full control on it and etc. Oh my goodness, that was so close. Sinner blast the first serve and would not have done anything with that Rune return winner, but it doesn't end up being a return winner. But so close down the line there. But this first serve is not returned, it's not even close. So it's gonna be advantage Sinner now. And certainly Rune will like look back at this game a little bit because, well, he had a number of opportunities on Sinner's second serve there. The 2 breakpoints, then the deuce point after that, and he just never capitalized. Never was even close to capitalizing on them. The only one where he got close was that sort of accidental forehand return, but well, but it's still deuce. He hasn't lost the game yet. Just feels like with the way they've been playing so far, this is the sort of opportunity that he must be taking if he wants to remain in the match. That's a very deep return, though, finally. But again, he kind of gives Sinner the advantage back, just playing more like 2 meters behind the baseline rather than inside of it. And um, well, the Italian makes an error. So in this regard, this game has definitely been different than the all the previous ones that we've seen in the opening set. But how long will this increased amount of unforced errors from Sinner continue? That we don't know. And well, Rune will be quite desperate to take this opportunity now. Another second serve from Sinner down the down break point, so there's still a big chance for the Dane. And he is the one trying to create something on the forehand side now. But now sort of resorted again to just waiting for the Sinner error. But will he get it? He doesn't. No, he does. Oh wow. But tactically, I don't know if if this was smart from Rune, but it looks like Sinner just missed that backhand. Honestly, thought it was in after I saw it. It wasn't super clean. It was with a bit of a jump, very tough shot, but still, I figured that he was probably gonna miss it. That he was probably gonna land it in, but suddenly we've got Rune 2 of up after a game that lasted 7 minutes. And we'll see if Rune can also consolidate. This first point also ends with a well. This time the Sinner error was actually forced by the depth from Rune, but still, definitely a big change up in this match. And has it felt like? Yeah, I mean, has it felt like Rune did something in order to make that happen? Not so much, right? I mean, he has been limiting his own errors, but still, yeah, we already had a nice start in the first. In the first set, in 7 games, Sinner committed 9 unforced errors, and in 2 here he committed 7. I think that would be 8 already with this point. So, yeah, Sinner is just spraying a lot more now, and Rune has been able to take advantage to his credit. And to his credit, also was I guess he knew when to give him the chance to make an error. Although in the long run, I don't know if that's actually going to work for him. But a few of these breakpoints in the previous game, you would think that Rune should have been more. Yeah, just have some invention, try to do something on them, but yeah, right now Sinner is just spraying arrows all over the place, and Rune's tactical plan is actually looking like yeah, it's looking like it's super smart. So maybe I should just shut up. In set 2, from the baseline, Rune has won 13 points and Sinner has won 2. So yeah, that kind of tells you how big the edge is right now. But it's not the edge in that Sinner is controlling. I mean, Rune is controlling the baseline that much, but it's mostly the errors flowing from the Italian. But now a great drop shot from Sinner. So Ghosty, you were also kind of proven wrong. But of course, yeah, this one was really good. But again, with Rune standing 2 meters behind the baseline and also sleeping here, no way he would have gotten to it. But it's nice to see that Sinner had the clarity of mind to try something like that for sure. Although at 40 love, it's likely not to matter anyway, but we'll see about that. There's some umbrellas again. We'll see if the rain is an issue or not. And that's out as well, but this was actually a forced error. A big forehand from Rune to the Sinner backhand, and he's 3 love up. 16 minutes in the second set, and we have a complete turnaround here. Momentary loss of focus, says Jane. Frankly, it wasn't really that that momentary though. It's already about 15 minutes, right? But we'll see. Yeah, I very much agree with what Ghosty said 12 minutes ago that Rune can't seem to get out of defense and had him on his heels. But Ghosty is gonna be surprised when he comes back because the match has turned into something completely different now. Sinner has to practice the drop shot. Is going to serve him well later, even if it sucks most of the time right now. Yeah, absolutely. I think this is also probably something that they're going to be working on. I mean, with Darren Cahill and etc. But you can be very successful without it, right? I mean, Tomasz Wiktorowski even told Świątek to not play the drop shot at all during last year's clay season, and we all know what she did, right? But yeah, especially for Sinner, who is like a power baseliner, let's say, transition game, drop shots. This is something that should be a priority for him, I think, and it hasn't really been improved. The serve has been though, and that's another thing. You just need a way to win points easy, right? You need to win. You need something that is going to give you points other than the huge risky shots, and yeah, the serve of course is one of these things, but also the if you could close down the net a little better, that would be huge as well. Now they're checking the lines again. Carlos Bernardes is making sure that they're not slippery. I'm not sure if they are because again I'm not watching with sound. But it looks like there could be another break in this match. We'll see. But for now, are they back on the court? Rune isn't happy about something, but I'm not sure what it is. Okay, it looks like it might be raining even heavier. Hmm. Let's see how this goes. Runa is wearing a jacket now and talking to Muratoglu, but they're still on the court. I don't know, frankly. Yeah, looks like there's even more drops of rain incoming, right? Yeah, and Runa is packing his bags. So looks like we might be interrupting the match again. Jesus. What a day it's been, huh? But they're clearing the lines. I don't know. They're still not covering the court. I mean, unless they cover the court and like suspend play officially, I'm still gonna stay here, of course. Yeah, the players are still on the court, so let's wait. But I'm not sure if you know how it's gonna go. They're clearing the lines for now. You could see when they were just using this whatever the tool that they can do that with is called. You could see that there was a bit of mud already on the court, but for now the players are still staying. Let's sit here for now, but we shall see how that goes. They're even using some towels to clean the line. The court is not looking great on these close-ups. It's definitely interrupted due to rain for now, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough. still waiting around. They've tried to cover themselves up either with towels or some better clothing. Bernardes is talking to someone on the walkie-talkie. Still can't really tell you what's gonna happen from here. I see a lot of people have left the stream, so maybe they also think that it's not gonna last. And looks like Rune is packing up his stuff, is he? Yeah, I think they are going to stop it, to stop the match for now. So okay, yeah, they're getting off the court. So why suspending? Esteban asks the rain again. They've been well. The rain started just being. It was from the beginning of the match. There were some drops, but right now it's quite heavy, and that's really that's why they're stopping. Anyway, I'm just gonna set up the stream for well for another suspension, and maybe we'll see you. But I don't know if I'm gonna have the time to be back. I'm gonna talk about it to John in a second, but I'm just gonna maybe get the banner that play suspended due to rain and log myself off, give you the music again.